G'day and welcome to the Inforunners. I'm Execute, joined today by Old Man Hurst himself, Algared, and the Astropub, Astrohistorian, Berserker01. Too many names to remember. Yeah.
Yes.
Old Man Hurst and Sparkeep.
Yes.
It's a new title.
Anyway.
No. Sparkeep.
Right, yeah, you said that. Right, we've had the Clipper drop
cool.
today with the Drake sale. We just got through doing kind of the AIE day. That was like 50 minutes long with Bops. Bops has dropped out, so we're going to do this one as well. So we'll get this off in the game and talk about the Clipper. I chucked on the red skin. That was the one that kind of popped out to me a bit, but there are... there's a limited skin to pick up that kind of looks like... It reminds me of one of those... you know those signs at Hollywood where they go, take one?
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks like that, but on the
slats.
ship.
I think they're called slats, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called, but it reminds me of that. But that's the limited one. That you probably want to pick up 5 of them with credit and meld them into buyback, and then you got them forever. And you can give them to friends, sell them off, whatever you want to do for people down the road that don't have them. Right. My first initial impressions of this, I will start off. This is a solo Carrack, is how I see it. It has guns and missiles and stuff like that, but as you can see, they're on the wings. And so for me, this is not really meant to be in the fight. Again, like the Corsair, that's also an Explorer by Drake, when you put the wings down in atmosphere, it's their cheap version of gliding to kind of save fuel, right? So that also tells me it leans towards exploring. Or at least this version. I think there may be additional variants of this down in the future. But the medical bed and the fabricator is very much in line with the Carrack for me, but for a solo person. Again, put that off to you guys. Algared, if you want to go first, and I'll just start walking around.
Very, very simply, it is a one-person Carrack. The only thing it doesn't have in terms of the equipment really is drones. So... But it's got a fabricator, so you can do repairs. It's got the med bed. It's got living quarters. It's a great little explorer ship. And I wonder whether, since you did draw attention to the fact that the Corsair is also an explorer, whether the wings is on Drake ships like this are their explorer, glide, save fuel type mechanic that Drake used.
Yeah, but also enter atmosphere. I think that kind of covers it too. Yeah.
But it's like the language they're using for their explorer ships is these great big wings that are useless for combat, but great for a ship that's out there being for longevity and trying to save fuel and just a thought.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Paul or Astro?
He's fallen asleep.
He's muted. No, he's muted.
I muted myself, so I wasn't. So you didn't hear my clicky clacks.
Yeah.
My initial thoughts on the Clipper were, it's very. I don't know how to put this.
Drake.
Yes, it's very Drake, but it feels it sits in a weird position compared to every other Drake ship. It's you calling it the sort of the not the Corsair, the Carrack of Star, like an intro Carrack kind of works. It's very much a ship that's designed for everyone. Like you're just basically, you live out of this ship. It's sort of a generic all-rounder. And the first thing I saw when I saw the cutaway of it is that this, especially with this entry level, this is a Starfield ship. This is Star Citizen taking on Starfield.
This ladder
where you just entered is exactly like every Starfield ship you enter is exactly the same way with the ladder going up.
That very first ship in Starfield is. I actually talked about this on someone else's live stream. Now I didn't understand what you meant at the start, but now I do know what you mean at the start. Yeah, it's got the same entry as that. Yeah. I did just want to add real quick that you could probably fit some stuff up here too. A couple of vehicles, like a couple of pulses or something. So. I think that's my only complaint about this is that this is a very big waste of space, this ramp. And I would have liked to have seen it better utilized. Like, well, obviously you could have put some more cargo grid in, like just even down the center, and you could have walked down the sides. So it's just a little bit on the nose with the amount of wasted space. I do like that it's got 2 entryways, by the way, but it's just it's a large amount of space to waste. Like there is less cargo space than there is wasted space. So I understand from gameplay design reasons, but surely, variants.
Yeah.
I just it's a very bloody question. Yeah, that just kind of confirms for me that. Well, again, I think back to the Starlancer Max with all the wasted shit it had in it, and came around.
I think they could easily like just extend this out and create a cargo variant. You know, like a 24 SCU rather than 12 SCU, and remove the crafting.
You just don't have. You've only got one entryway via the lift, and that's it, or something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Medical room is also fairly large, and I know it's gonna sound weird when I explain this, but like when they said it had a medical bed, I was like, it's gonna be cramped, but it'll work, because like I thought of the Pisces, right? But look, this is like what, twice the size of the Pisces area. Like if you cut
this, a huge lot of space.
It's luxurious in terms of space usage.
You know, like you've got the medical console over here, but you've actually got where the gel goes in over here. Like that tells me that there's other functionality for other ships. It's like what happened with the cutter. Remember, like you could look at it and you could see that there was room for other places for things to go. And it's a bit similar to that. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the only variant. But I don't know. I put that off to you two as well. Do you think there are other variants of this, or am I daydreaming?
Easily. I still think there's a bounty hunter variant. I know that it's not a good idea, but I never thought CIG was bad. Was against bad ideas, in the sense that it's the Razor Crest, right? It's it's very much the Mandalorian ship from the Mandalorian.
Yeah. So what I've noticed though, what they're doing with a lot of those ships that they're copying, like from Star Wars and stuff like that, they are almost deliberately picking the ship and completely changing its role. Right. Yeah. So think about the Wolf and the Alpha. They are more combat orientated, but the Naboo ships, especially the silver ones that look like, you know, they were more like a luxury, deliver the person, you know, general transporter. You look at the X-wing. I guess the X-wing is just the X-wing, so that kind of breaks what I'm trying to say. But yeah, they tend to separate them out.
Well, it's two-seater. Like you know,
things like that. No droid.
Also, when you look at the X-wing, you've got the X-wing, that kind of ship in various franchises. So you got it in B5 as well. So it's not as much treading on the toes of a Star Wars franchise. But and I agree with what you're saying about that, with what they're doing. Like one of the things when people were always saying this is just reminds me of the Slave.
Just a suit locker there. I just wanted to point that out with the weapons. Yep. Sorry, continue,
but
please.
The way people talk about it having, you know, giving that Slave 1 kind of vibe, and the Razor Crest vibe, as you picked up. They're bounty hunter ships. You know, you'd see them as bounty hunter ships, and yet that's the one area where you wouldn't want them to go just for that. And then if they did do that, it's treading too much on the blues. So,
you know what? Oh no, I was about to say, is there no toilet in this? But I think this is the toilet. I was about to say that would. Yeah, okay, there is a toilet. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So yeah, I get where people are coming from where they say they'd like a bounty hunter ship, but I think I agree with you. It's that stay away from that area, which
can get you in legal trouble.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you guys about this one. I think I know what it's for, and I want you to tell me if you think you know what it's for. So you flick this switch, and this door opens.
Engineering.
What do you mean engineering?
Well, engineering is
probably components. There's probably some components down there that you have to fix.
So no, what it is the fabricator. You are partially correct. The fabricator is down on this floor. How do you get the components from the top floor to down here?
Got it. Yeah.
That's how you get them.
Send them up.
You send them up and down through this hole in the floor. That's what I think it's for anyway. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you could technically, I guess, go up and down the ladder with a tractor beam.
Even if it's not for that, that's what it'll get used for.
Yeah.
Well, it just allows you to put it on there and flick the switch and it just drops it. That was my first thought. But then the next question is, how do you get them back up?
Back up through. Yeah.
So how do, you know, like, there's no
What you do is you drop it down there, you leave it there, you climb up the ladder, and then you open that up and you tractor beam up.
Yeah, it kind of gives you a position that you can stand above it, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it'd be really cool if there was a button or something here, and there's a tractor beam on the roof, and it just pulls it up. I don't know. Maybe
there's another hatch to your right that looks like it. Below, on the floor.
Oh, that's the one that goes to the cargo bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not quite. Maybe it's something for another variant too. I don't know, but that was just when my first thought was like, how do you get things down here to put on the fabrication bench? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
try to walk around slower X so that people don't get motion sickness.
Take it easy. Slow down.
Didn't know that was a thing, but okay, sure. Right. Anyway, right. I do really love the aesthetics of these engines. I kind of want to see this carried forward. You know that the component air in the cores there? I want that kind of mood lighting in that room too. I think it would bode really well for that room. Engineering console, and then just components and storage pretty much everywhere else. Let's go for a fly. Now, Paul, you were flying this a little earlier.
It's surprisingly nimble.
Yeah.
It's super nimble.
Which I also think means for a ship of its size, it's not for fighting, it's for running. As soon as you said it, I wasn't surprised, because it was leading into what I was trying to think it was, like running away from combat. You know, all those guns being on the wings, like, it's just,
Seems to have a fairly nice missile loadout too.
Well, again, it was like the Corsair. If you blow that first wing off the Corsair, it lost, what was it, 66% of its guns and its ordnance. They just disappeared.
Yeah.
That is a very nice animation on that wing.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Very nice.
Yep. And the way it expands out as well.
He is an ugly beast, I will say that, but from the queue of people trying to get into the game today that I had to wait for, I can tell you now, this is going to be a very popular ship.
Oh yeah.
Very, very, very popular.
Attention, pilot, you are cleared for takeoff.
Apparently
Thank you.
For takeoff.
Yeah.
I do like the new voices, they're pretty cool.
They're a bit more polite.
God, it feels tiny in this extra chair.
It does look very tiny.
I want to... I've just all of a sudden totally brain farted on my camera. Yeah, there we go. Z.
B?
Oh, that sound too. It's like a...
A rumble.
It's like a kettle building up to boil, but it's not boiling.
Yep.
And it's muffled a bit. It's like it's chugging along.
A little engine that could.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah, I can. Like it's like you can almost see the clickety clack on the train.
The thing about the wings, also say, is that it's clear that CIG wanted to build this with wings so that it could have some aerodynamics, so that it can glide more.
Absolutely.
Which gives it a little bit more efficiency in atmosphere. So this is sort of like the Drake attempt to do an atmospheric ship, but it's still a box. It's just a box with wings.
Yep. But as a little explorer ship, like it fits. Like if you don't just find the planet or the system, you go and you check out the planet and you and you don't want to have emissions, so you cut your engines down. You basically use the airfoils to give you aerodynamics and give you lift and all the rest of it. So yeah, I can see it. Don't want to draw attention to yourself.
All right, let's
aim to misbehave. Yeah.
Gonna warp into the middle of nowhere, I think. A little bit. And go have a look at it. But yeah, like I can totally see people that do bunker runs and stuff like that from back in the day. Going out on your own. I can see why they've given it the versatility tag and not an explorer tag, is what I'm trying to say. It really does because of the single player net. Why did I? Oh, I clicked out the engines.
Yeah.
I can see why they did that.
Yeah, like when I heard people commenting about the medbed being in such a weird place, that how do I get wounded people up there? And that for me was the dead set giveaway that this was for that solo play. It wasn't for healing your buds, it was for healing you. And
maybe
when
that's
you're out
what
exploring.
maybe that's what the trapdoor's for, Algared, so you can track the body up.
Oh yeah, just toss the bodies down. Yeah.
Toss the bodies back down. Ah, he's dead. I've harvested his organs. Yeah.
That's right. For half of his organs, he's put him down to the food processor.
I'm trying to think of other variants because like it's clear that this is sort of like a single person.
That's nice.
cutlass.
See that?
That's this kind of thing.
See the big thruster at the front?
thrusters,
Yeah, that was nice. I'll do it again. Paul. Have a look. And then as we slow,
Yeah.
there's two either side of the front. It looks really cool.
Yeah. Did you hear that wind down as well?
Yeah. Very
Oh
nice.
yeah. This is really a single person cutlass because it has all the same stats as a cutlass.
Man, that gun loadout is terrible. What, 2 cannons and 2 Gatlings? That's a weird combo.
It's a bad combo.
Yeah, that's a
They're all
terrible
size
combo.
3s.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
you just go, 4 of the same. That's obvious.
So,
anyway.
single person's cutlass, yeah.
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 Same
So this
stats
is CIG saying when everyone complains the Star Citizen isn't for single player anymore. We no one could solo play is dead. It's like no, this is literally a solo play ship. This is designed as a solo play ship. It's like but I still have to do engineering. Yeah, but now when your ship gets knocked out, you can run back and fix your ship.
And you've got, and if you've got the right materials, you can actually repair your ship.
Repair ship completely. Yeah.
So, and it's that type of thing that to me says this is that not deep range explorer.
I could actually see this putting up a bit of a fight because it's maneuverability, but it's also such a large target. It's got this. It's the Tanner problem. Basically, it's the Tanner problem all over. But man, I'd be interested to see. Well, Bops has kind of said he's going to do a challenge, so I'd be interested to know how Bops is going to shape out with a challenge on this thing. You're doing about variants. I'm gonna, you talk about the bounty hunter and while I actually would like to see the bounty hunter, and I know I disagree with you. I still think this might be one as well, which is that landing gear. I just can't get away from it. Something that does what the Pioneer does by extracting out of the ground. But we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could definitely see variants though in the future, much like the cutter.
One of the things that did surprise me was the length of that ramp, because the landing is so low, and usually when it's low, you're able to get your ramp is smaller. But that ramp just seems so long, and as if it's higher up. And so like it just, as you said, it gives a massive waste of space, and the only thing I could think of is a cargo variance coming for that as well. A single person cargo. What cargo it would have, I have no idea, but yeah, something along those lines is going to chew that up.
I'm not sold on the cargo variant just because of the awkward shape of the ship. Think about this one just alone, right? That really long door and loading 12 SCU in that, just how annoying that's going to be. I know it's only 12, but think about that next to a Vulture that's just got the tiny little ramp at the back, and you just put it in and you're done. This thing is like, you gotta, like, essentially got to pull it down that long corridor, down the ramp.
What if you get rid of a ramp altogether? Oh, no, that wouldn't work. I'm going to say get rid of a ramp altogether and just use the lift.
Well, like, to make it a decent cargo variant, you'd probably have to lose one of the other floors, is my point. And again, I think it's just the vertical nature of the ship. It just doesn't lean well to cargo. And also, the Cutlass Black and the Cutlass Blue are both basically are cargo variants, once you take out the pods off the blue.
And it picks up the same argument against the cargo variant as we use for the Bounty Hunter variant. So the blue's the Bounty Hunter. So yeah.
I wonder how well it flies with the wings up. I'm just curious. It doesn't even lose any speed. What? Am I wrong?
It should lose speed.
Right, max
Are you,
speed
you had the landing gear up though, right?
No, I got the landing gear down. It's 404. Look, 404. Put the landing gear down.
It's 404, but that wasn't before. It was slower than that before.
Now it's speeding up, and it's 404. It's
No,
exactly
it's
like
still-
the Tanner.
No, it's 204 now.
What do you mean it's 204? For me, it's not changing at all. It's the same.
I can see the meters per second on there.
Yeah, but I let go of the button. I was doing it at maximum accelerated speed with a boost, right? So it's the same. So there's 204, right? And then if I put the land, I'll do it without the boost this time, right? Oh, now it slows down. Okay, now it's 30, right? But it boosts to the same speed.
Yeah, well, that's always the case. All of them boost at the same
Okay,
speed.
okay, all right. Thank God for that. I was gonna say, but yeah, you could. Interesting. I don't know what else to add on that, boys. Is there anything else you want to kind of add? It's simple and sweet.
It's one of those ships that I would definitely, people are gonna buy it because it's cool and interesting and unique.
Yep.
But it's definitely one of those ships that I would be very hesitant to recommend if you wanted to play it for its value, because its value as a ship is not there yet. And it's one of those things where I think CIG built a rule of cool ship, which is, it works for a solo player who's putting around, space dad, flying around, doing the space dad things, maybe getting to some light combat, but not like PvP or anything major. Mostly getting you from point A to point B and letting you fix stuff up as you go around. Like, not exploration, but like touring. Yeah. It's a solo touring ship.
Yeah.
It's a little bit above touring, I think, with the medical and the repair, the fabricator. It's
a frontier ship.
It's
a
your
frontiersman.
Your guy
definitely-
who does the odd jobs around an outpost, flies in, fixes it, flies out.
It's a step above an A to B ship, in my opinion. It gives you a little bit of flexibility, a bit of survivability. FPS missions and bunker people are going to absolutely love it. It's definitely a ship for the now. I can tell you that right now. Whether it continues into the future, wait and see. Right, I think that we can kind of wrap that one up here, unless you guys have got anything else that you would like to add.
No.
We call this one done.
Solid.
Paul, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Twitch.tv/theastropub, youtube.com/theastrohistorian, youtube.com/theastropub and youtube.com/@thecaptainstable podcast.
All right, with that then, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and thank you everyone that went the extra mile of Patreon at the end of the video. Right, with that then, he's been Old Man Heston himself, Algared. He's been Astropub.
And that's been Execute, and we're out of here.
Execute.
See you, citizens.